Hey guys, how are you doing? If you are confused to choose between Apple Watch Series 9 and Apple Watch Series 10, then in this episode we are going to see a quick comparison between the hardware technical specifications of both these models and which one you should choose. I just want to share my suggestions, so by the end of this episode you're going to make a decision which one you should go for. So recently I have done an unboxing of Apple Watch Series 10. I'll leave a link to that in the description and in the first comment. You may check that out if you like to have a brief look like how the watch looks in closer. So when you compare it with Apple Watch Series 9, you can clearly see that 1 difference that Apple have made this year is noticeable, but it is a slight difference. It's not a huge change when you actually wear the Apple Watch. If you're coming from Apple Watch Series 8 or Series 9 and then thinking about Series 9, that difference is definitely not that much noticeable. Apple also added one of the Ultra series feature, depth gauge monitor up to 6 meter with this Apple Watch Series 10, and it also brings the sleep apnea detection feature. To the surprise, Apple also added the sleep apnea detection feature to the Apple Watch Series 9 last year's model, and they have upgraded some regular things like little upgrades internally. Apple Watch Series 10 now comes with the S10 processor. It has the precision finding with Find My app and on-device Siri, which is, available in Apple Watch Series 9 also. Added to these features, Apple Watch Series 10 comes with wide-angle LTPO3 display, the OLED display. The Series 9 has LTPO display, and this brings kind of a 40% increase in brightness, not noticeable when you compare it side by side immediately, but at certain angle, if you are using the always on display feature, it is definitely noticeable. And overall, the screen brightness is something similar to the Apple Watch Series 9. It is 2000 nits, up to 2000 nits brightness, which is managed for battery efficiency. And overall, it has a thin form factor. There is a very small reduce in the thickness of the Apple Watch when you compare it with the Apple Watch Series 9 side by side. You may notice that difference. And while working with the display, Apple Watch Series 10 feels, comfortable to operate all the features on the screen. As I'm using Apple Watch Series 9 as my everyday, smartwatch, I think the difference with the 1 increase in the screen is not that much big a deal. Only with the exclusive watch face that comes with the Series 10, it makes it look a little bit bigger, as you can see in the comparison. But once you navigated inside the features, that difference is not that much noticeable. And overall, the thickness is reduced a little bit, and that is also not noticeable when you compare it with Apple Watch Series 9 versus Apple Watch Series 10. So if you're thinking about upgrading from Series 8 or Series 9, I don't think it'll be a good, noticeable difference. You may consider Apple Watch Ultra model after experiencing that at the showroom, at Apple showroom, because that brings an actual design and overall feature-wise difference. And when it comes to the battery performance also, the Apple Watch Series 9, 10, everything brings you like 2 days battery backup or maximum 2.5 days according to your usage. And with low power mode on, it gives a little bit extra with all the Apple Watch models. With Series 9, Series 10, and the Ultra model, you will get a little bit better improved battery performance. Whenever needed, you can use that low power mode. And as a conclusion, if you ask me whether to go with Apple Watch Series 9 or Apple Watch Series 10, if you get a good discounts and deals, you may consider the Apple Watch Series 9. If there is no big price difference, you may go with the Apple Watch Series 10. Going with the latest model will always be considered as a good choice for long-term usage. And one more thing is, like, to choose between GPS and cellular, I'll bring a separate episode explaining few possible reasons why you should go with the cellular model and who can go with the GPS model. But here in this case, you need to decide based on your requirement whether you need the cellular feature on the Apple Watch or not. And again, the price difference between the Apple Watch Series 9 cellular and Apple Watch Series 10 cellular. So choose based on that. And if you like to hear more about that GPS and cellular comparison, do drop a comment and I'll bring the video at the earliest. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you found this information useful. Feel free to share this video with your friends and followers. For more, don't forget to subscribe. Have a wonderful day.